Guys, it's Unders. I am super excited. CLA has launched another plugin with Waves. Big fan of the CLA bundle. I use CLA vocals all the time just to curve vocals around and just get that right tonality from the offset. Super excited to have a look at this. This is going to be my first impression of it. Just downloaded it, haven't even listened to it yet. So let's get into that. Boom, so here we are in Logic with the CLA Mixdown plugin open. Now, just to really explain what I've got going on real quick, I've got a really old track of mine. I say really old, a couple of years ago, and this is the pre-master of it. I wanted to do this on something that I haven't heard for a long time, and that I wouldn't be 100% sure on the mix anyway. So I thought we would try it on that to give a true perspective. So we're going to have a listen to that. I've got it disabled currently, so I want us to get a sound for the mix I had at the time. And then we're going to introduce this and we're going to go over some of the things. So I've never heard this plugin. This is going to be my first impression as well. I think we'll just grab a nice chunk of the track here. We'll let that play through and then I'm going to engage it and see how I feel after engaging it there. So there's nothing else going on. You see I've got arc and solid bus enabled, in the project, but they're both disabled and disabled for the CLA. So this is just the track as it is, and then we're going to introduce the CLA. Let's have a listen. I'll be honest, that made me smile a little bit. It brings the bass out really nicely. There's obviously a change in level. It is compressing. It's on what is described as flavor 1 here, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the SSL G-Bus compressor. They don't specify what the two compressors are, but Chris mixes on an SSL E console, I believe. So it's going to have that 2-bus on it. It'll be something he uses a lot. Secondary, I think he uses a 670. I'm not 100% on that. Do you know what? If you know, comment down below. Let me know what he uses as his secondary bus compressor. It's going to be the SSL. I think a 670, but I might be wrong there. I'm a big fan of his plugins, but I definitely don't read all of the material that he puts out there. It's just not in my scope to be able to do that, unfortunately. So that made me smile. I enjoyed what that did. Now, with this all set to 0, so input, output, and all of these 4 meters in the middle set to 0, that is Chris's default. That is his, this is my happy point. This is where I want to be. And then the +10 and -10, it's not a measurement of decibels, it's a measurement of tweakability. It's going to vary, so boosting the treble +10 may only be a 3 to 4 decibel difference. The bass might be even less than that, it might be slightly more, and the glue, which is going to be the compressor meter here, is certainly just changing compression ratios and the threshold slightly. It's not a huge 10 decibel changes, they're very subtle. So this is to the point of, this is where Chris wants it, and then you've got some tweakability range in there. The drive is his SSL desk being driven at the point that he likes it. You can then push it a little bit harder or dial it a little bit back. And the way this plugin was described is sort of set it and forget it. So get the sound that you want out of it and then just leave it to do its thing. It sounds like that's going to be the case. Let's have a listen to what each thing's doing with it just on 0. So let's have just the bass engaged for the minute. In fact, let's have all of these off and then just engage the bass. Yeah, so that feels like a big sweeping bass boost, but very small. It brings the reset really nicely in that. Let's have a listen to the treble side and how that changes. Oh, that's nice. So that's a wide lift, but starting at a really high frequency, and then something like a back Zandel curve that goes really past the cutoff point. So it gives quite a nice big boost, probably a Pultec style emulation. It's definitely that style of lift. So those two together give a really nice effect. Yeah, they boost some really nice listenable areas. Let's have just a listen to the compressor. Now with the compressor, I'm actually going to start low and go through pushing it because I really want to hear the difference here. Wow, so plus 10 there really slams it. Put that back to 0. Let's have a listen between 1 and 2, so flavor 1 and flavor 2. Okay, so 2's a lot more long form. The highs aren't really getting compressed. It's not catching those and pumping the compressor. It's a lot slower to release. It's more like a really it's a nice compressor that you'd use for, say, mastering hip hop, because that really slow pump wave effect. Okay, and lastly, let's drive the SSL. I'm going to start low with that and bring it up as well. You can hear there, that's really starting to saturate the vocals a little bit too much there. I found around plus 3, that sounded really nice though. Just there, actually plus 4, look, it's catching some really nice frequencies, especially in the vocals when they change tonality that weren't there before. So let's put all of that on now. Oh, that's really funny, because I thought, oh, do you know what, it's actually not doing that much, and then you disable it and go, oh yeah, it's doing loads and loads of work. That's really quite impressive. I'm happy with that. It's a really simple plugin, and I'd say it's going down that guise of sort of Sample Magic's Boost, where it's just those really 4 simple parameters. It doesn't have the widening thing that Boost has, but it's got some really nice compression. It's got some really nice drive. It's like they've introduced the NLS, the non-linear summing engine, into this plugin, as well as their SSL channels, like design and push. I imagine that's what the drive's going to be, you know. And it's adding some really nice textures. I think this would be really great fun to play around with on buses as well. I'm going to keep playing around with it. If you guys want to see more videos on it, just comment down below. I think we can play around with this in all kinds of ways. Do you know what? I'm just going to play this and I'm going to go through some of the presets while we fade out. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. I will see you guys on the next video.